Hello and welcome to another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, of another free visual novel. This one, Where the Demon Lurks. A game about, let's see, Exiled from the Underworld. The former demon lord goes into hiding in the sleepy town of Kibbleton. Though he has resigned to his fate, the forces that rule over and up above, oh heaven, and the underworld are far from done with him. Now that the peace the peace that he has longed for has been disturbed, how will this demon respond? Take on the role of this ex-demon lord, the words are small, sorry, and meet a cast of demons, angels, and other magical and not so magical misfits. So, yeah, that's the synopsis. Anyways, before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io, but if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month to get the newest version. Hyena. Is there anything else? Oh right, quick look. If you want me to play this game as a Let's Play, then tell me. I'll give it a point and put it up higher on my personal list. And also, if you have any other visual novels you want me to do, tell me, and I'll do them. So, is that everything for the beginning? Sounds like it. Reset face. And Stowoot. Prologue. So, let me guess. Me, Demon Lord, get defeated by a bunch of children because they want to fight God or something. A bloody red light tears a hole through the middle of the office room. The demonic light caresses the countless books held against the walls, tomes that had surely outlived the duties of many a demon lord. Though for all the secrets and worlds kept between their pages, you had seen enough of them. The light rips apart further a portal from which you step out into the otherwise fairly regular room. He seems pretty chill. A glass bookshelf to your left is bathed in a red hue light, reflecting your figure. If the horns, the yellow iris and the blue flame above your head did not already give it away, you are a demon. Sorry, I guess grammar might be a bit hard for me today. And he's got those Ichigo eyes. My character has those too. Not my avatar. I'm trying to get a new one eventually, but you know, it is what it is. Reaching the edge of the desk, you drop your hand against the hardwood and drag it along the surface until you take a seat behind the table. Today, you begin your reign over the spawns of the Underworld. As the almighty judge of the world's sinners. Today, you will make your mark on the world. Another portal opens up in the middle of your office. The familiar, portally demon gutmouth sticks out first, eventually followed by the dark, bullish figure you know as Vandrake, the right-hand demon of every single demon lord thus far in the flesh. His shirt is so primely tucked into his pants, you wonder how long he spends checking himself out in the mirror every morning. The demon's... let's see, audio's good? Okay. The demon's slow gait, combined with his slightly raised chin, exudes confidence. If you didn't know better, you'd think he owned the place, commanding the room with his eons of experience. Despite your place as the demon lord, you can't help but acknowledge that this demon is older, wiser, and holds just as much power as you do. So how did we gain power anyway? Did we get voted? Anyways, congratulations, my lord, on your first day in office. Today I can read. You will be having an orientation. Oh, I love orientation. Yeah, that's a lie. I went ahead and got your name card ready. Please check if your name is spelled correctly, my lord. All you have to do is press the enter button on your keyboard. All you have to do is think of your name, and the ink will solidify. Please, don't turn it into Sir Buttface like you did in your youth. The poorly demon hands you a small, rectangular piece of plastic. On the top, there's the title Demon Lord Probation. Below the black ink is your name, Kodu. In Kodu is the name on the tag crack. Click and enter to confirm the thing. Was it Sir Buttface? Some jokes never get old. No. What happens if you do that? Okay. Kobu. The black ink glows white and solidifies upon the name card. Excellent. Now we have a lot of ground to cover. Vandrake snaps his fingers and a large file labeled Demon Lord Orientation appears between his hands. I wish I could do that. The file looks big enough to be classified as a weapon. It do be like that sometimes. You feel sick to your stomach by the mere sight of it. Vandrake, is this really necessary? I've basically spent half my life around here. Yes, and the other half on Earth, when you should have been studying your rules and regulations. Oh, now I'm Scottish. Sorry that thing came out. Being like rules and regulations. Okay, now I'm Kazakhstan. Anyways, am I going to be getting sass from you the entire time we're working together? You do know I'm the boss now, right? Forgive me, my lord. It is just that there is so much on the line, and I must ensure that, as your right-hand demon, the Underworld affairs run smoothly. After all, your father left his greatest legacy to you, this kingdom and all its inhabitants. So, did Dad die or did he go on, like, vacation or something like that? Because this guy's served countless demon lords, so he must, age must not be a thing. Your shoulders fall from the weight of Vandrake's words. Yeah, he did a lot for the Underworld. That's why I want to get straight to it. I've got big plans for the Underworld. Get a think tank going on with the other generals. Maybe pick their brains about what they think needs improving. Vandrake rubs his forehead and frowns. With all due respect, the Underworld got to where it is after years of meticulous work, but your father. Gotta put up paint. Because it's by your father, I'd have to assume. I'm sure that all the demons are fine with just how things are, so you don't need to rush in and start changing things up. Just maintaining the place is already good work. No, I disagree. The Underworld is great and all, but there's always room for an upgrade. Isn't that part of keeping the Underworld running well too? Either way, the other generals are already scheduled to meet you after orientation to give a personal presentation on their job scopes. That sounds so stuffy. It's a way things have been done during your father's time. That's how we orient all new recruits. Just be glad you get the live presentation and not the pre-recorded ones. I don't want to come off as one of those snooty bosses that hides behind his desk all the time. Oh, does it keep his mouth open? Oh, it does, and then when it finishes, it closes. It will be good to meet the generals in person and show that I'm reliable and relatable and approachable. Might I remind you, my lord, this is a workplace, not a social club. And let me remind you who's the one wearing the Demon Lord's name tag. Somehow we have a name tag. Think of like the president or something like that being like, you see this name tag here? It says Mr. President. Or like the king being like, you see this name tag here? The one with the little crown on top? It means I'm the king. Anyways, actually we could probably clip that. I don't know. I try to think of shorts and stuff like that. Click. Vandrake raises his finger to reiterate, but he pulls it back. He frowns slightly, but to you, he's always frowning. Very well. I inform you that you will be visiting, and that they are to explain the full extent of their work. Briefly. Yes, briefly. But please, consider the consequences of your actions, my lords, before you do them. Now, let's begin the orientation. Do you remember what Form BTK-95 is for? I want to say a torture tool damage report? No, it's a place that should be on fire, but is not on fire report. Let us review. They do be like that sometimes. You struggle to pay attention to Vandrake's lecture. More than once, you find yourself staring at the floor, thinking about the next video game you want to get on Earth. Of course, each time you're caught not paying attention, Vandrake would snap the table loudly with his tail to bring you back to the education at hand. He also goes into long explanation about his role as Chief of Secretary, how his forces patrol the Underworld to maintain order, and the various boring documents they fill out on a daily basis to do so. When Vandrake has finished... There's this thing below. Oh, maybe that's his tail. I was like, why is that there? When Vandrake had enough of a spiel, a mini policy documentary, all you want to do is get out of the office and start meeting your crew. Okay, yeah, that was the tail. Let's check my face. Yeah, looks good. Well, let's make it better. Your portal opens upon Amar's workshop, just one of the many office floors that comprise the never-ending, soul-crushing depths of the Underworld, which is a good thing because, you know, soul-crushing is good in the Underworld. Bright round orbs of light hover in the sky-high ceiling, illuminating the entire area below. The space can be likened to a hangar filled to the brim with containers and machines. Large, powerful air vents stand where one would expect windows to reside, but then again, there is nothing that exceptional to see in the Underworld, at least for you. He's a small guy, good old floops. As you walk towards the cat demon standing over his workbench, you recall your youth. You visited this workplace several times while growing up. Amar would always give you the newest toy he created, which regularly ended up with him receiving an earful from your father, and he does have big ears. When you're older, you learned that the toys were actually experimental weapons. Still, you found Amir to be amusing, and now you have a chance to know him on a professional and personal level. Small spider-shaped robots scurry around the workshop, carrying pieces of metal, wires, and other technology you do not recognize. They're working to organize materials in the many large cabinets that line the workshop walls. The cat demon has yet to notice your presence. Instead, he is hands deep inside the back of what looks like to be a modified fridge. As he yanks random wires from the machine, his translucent arms float above him to take notes. The sleek appearance of the magic-infused metal always catches your eyes. No other demon in the Underworld possesses such a device, and only Amir knows how to work them. You tap Amir on the shoulder. Hey, what are you doing? Intruder! The spider bots all turn towards you, the unmistakable hum of their blasters charging echoes throughout the warehouse. Amar, it's me. You wave your waved to the Demon General with a laid-back smile. Oh, Lord Kobu, retract that kill command. The loud ping echoes throughout the workshop, and the spider bots return to their original tasks. I am surprised to see you here today, my lord. One of his floating arms tears off the note it was writing earlier, and readies itself to jot down something new. I can read. Didn't Van Drake send out a memo I was coming over? Did he? I've been so busy working on my invention, I hadn't checked my mail. Well, I'm just visiting the generals to get to know you guys. Since it's my first day and all, I want to know what makes you guys tick, so to speak. I see. If my lord wants to know about me, I have my specs right here. Display specifications. Large screen descends from the ceiling and turns itself on. It shows what looks like a blueprint of Amara's body. As you can see, I'm made out of 90% carbon, 5% demon energy, 5% mystic material. I function on a diet of lemon soda and fish sticks. In terms of reproduction, I have a... Whoa, hold it. I didn't literally mean what you're made out of. I just wanted to talk and to pick your brain a little about your job. Would you like me to display the concepts of my brain to you, my lord? I can get a machine to show you the shape of my brain in a little time. A weak smile forms on your face. Okay, Amar, let's start over. What are you working on here? Yes. I received a call earlier asking if my refrigerator was running and that I should catch it if it was. So I was performing a little diagnostic to see if my fridge had gained the ability to run and to investigate the component to give it that new ability. Amir, that was a prank call. Someone was just trying to trick you. Oh, so my fridge didn't learn to run yet. Emphasis on yet. His ears droop upon hearing the truth. I mean, you could make it happen if you want to. Yeah, I can make it run after souls and trap him in the black hole that sends him back into the never-ending cycle of running and getting twapped. His floating arms act fast and jot down his thoughts. You're relieved that the general bounced back so quickly. Got to say, you have a lot of stuff here. Yes, I need to fix or modify the torture machines we use. Since souls tend to become accustomed to their torture over time, we need to change their hellish experience every so often. Although, it sounds like that would take up a lot of resources and effort. It does, which is why I came up with an idea. As you know, we already have experience projecting the memories of souls. So, what if every few hours we remove the soul's most recent memories so that the soul doesn't remember the experience of their torture? Then we can recycle the same torture method. Exactly. So, why aren't you doing it then? I ran the proposal with the research committee, but it's been stuck in the pending phase for over 100 years. I just need to test the prototype somewhere. I might be able to help. What if I grant you permission to test it on a few souls in the physical punishment zone? Really? That's all I would need to get started. Then we have a plan. I'll put it through after I'm done with my visit. I must get back and check on the device. If you'll excuse me, my lord. Amara gives you a fastidious bow and rushes off towards one of his many cabinets to find his next machine. Oh, so there's a thing down here? Hey, we got info. Yeah. Now, when you mean Pa's dad created him, you mean I guess there is reproduction. The third one? just the right time for you to open the portal and head over to visit Fortis. The cooking demon lord, or general, you step into a brightly lit break room. The smell of coffee and baked goods that used to be here at some point still linger in the air. Cafe. Or der cafe. I'm trying to learn Duolingo. I should probably do a quick look of that, just to be like, look at this. I think you can know it on a computer. Anyways, on the left of the room is a table that holds the instant mixes, creamers, and sugars the workers use. The table itself is stained with telltale ring marks of many drinks that were created upon it. You are drawn to the back by the smell of pepper, the kind you have smelt so often in Fortis home. Back then, you would train your combat skills with him on the weekends. At the end of a long day, he would make a big feast that incorporated his own blend of signature peppers for you and his giant siblings. You find the Rottweiler demon lounging on a beaten-looking sofa while squeezing a spring hand grip. Fortis.
Hey, boss, get over here.
Fortis, volume. Oops, my bad there, boss. Wait, can I call you boss? Or you prefer I call you my lord, like everyone else? Either way is fine, Fortis. You don't have to go changing it just because I've got a new job. Heck yeah, boss it is then. Now, that's a title for someone with power. Or power. There we go. No P filter. Water sports. Anyways, so what made you want to have this face-to-face meeting? I figured it'd be the best way to get off on the right foot when introducing myself to you guys as the new Demon Lord. Also, this is the dating sim, so I have to meet everyone. Well, look at you, being so thoughtful. So, for formality's sake, what do you normally do around here? I know you run the physical torture area, but I bet there's more to it than just cooking cauliflower and broccoli. I mean, than that. You know, for the souls that don't like that. Heck yeah, there's more to it than that. I run the team of torture demons. That means coming up with new torture techniques and planning out the work schedule so my staff can keep busy. We demons may be tough, but wear and tear happens if you keep pushing your team or yourself too hard. Besides, you can't grow muscles without protein and rest. Makes sense. As the second oldest general out of the lot of them, you got any ideas for improving your work? Heck yeah! I recommend we start everyone on a protein-only diet. Come on now, seriously. Then, you've got to keep training! Me? Fortis stomps his foot on the hardwood floor. You can't let a cushy CEO job turn you into a ball of flab. Fortis, volume. Fortis coughs. Right. Don't think your underlings are loyal to you out of love alone. We're all demons, creatures born from chaos to manage chaos. The reason the demons serve the Demon Lord is because they know he's the strongest there is here. So how did we surpass the Demon Lord? Previous father. If you start showing weakness, someone's going to get the bright idea they can take your place. That's why I'm doing this. If I can show I can make the Underworld better, they know that I'm just as capable They'll know I'm just as capable as Pa. Oh, Pa. Is that how you spell Pa? Because I'm thinking of Pa like a dog paw or something. You will be. You gotta believe in your mind's muscle. Huh? Just believe. Okay. I believe you. Moving on. Maybe you'll be interested in running an idea I have for advertising the Underworld to the people on Earth. Like, running those old dream ads? Or rerunning those old dream ads? Nah, those won't work. People don't take dreams that seriously anymore. I'm thinking of spreading fear about the underworld using the internet. You can do that with the internet? Well, yeah. What do you use it for? Stuff. Apparently, like, people draw lots of furry porn and I'm into it. Does Bendrake know about this? Wait, Bendrake. Oh, yeah, him. I'll let him know later. It's one of the perks of my position. Alright then. I'll have you think up an idea for the ad video. And I'll ask Nox about helping you out. Maybe I can do a trade video. Bah. Sorry, reading makes me yawn. I only had 1 cup of coffee today. You know, show how important our demons are. That ought to scare those mortals down the right path. So wait, are you supposed to try to get mortals to not go the underworld? I mean, it is kind of that whole thing about Christianity and religion stuff. It's like, that's like, wait, so these demons are bad, but they punish bad people, so they're good, but they're bad. How does that work? Anyways, sounds like a good idea. Glad you like it, boss. We're all set then. And also, like, who says who goes to heaven and who goes to hell? God. So, it's just doing Gemin's job. Just saying. Sweet. I'll catch you later then, boss. I got a group cardio session with the next batch of Tochuos before their shift starts. I thought you only torture souls. Hey, team exercise is good for Mowo. You might want to consider doing some too. You're getting gut. It's a dad bod. People find it sexy. You're not dead yet, boss. But also, since this is a gay fur game, it's gonna be hard for you to become a dad. Unless that's how demons work. I think there's females in Shelter, that one game. Okay, is the word females a weird thing to say? I think it might be. Women. We need women folk. Anyways, before the springs up, and waves goodbye before opening the portal to leave. Right, all that's left is Nox. I wonder where he's going to be. You cast open your portal and step for woo. My office? Well, I'm back here. You see your desk right across the room. Looking over, you sense something's off about your table. It's like looking at a line, and somewhere in the middle, someone drew another line on top of the first, giving your table a feeling of disconnectedness between the left and the right side. Nox? Oh, so he's like a illusionist? Something shimmers and ripples like water in midair, revealing the last of your gentle woes. Welcome back, my lord. Nox, what are you doing here? You sent words that you wanted to see us generals in person, so I thought I'd come over to save you the trip. Ah, thanks, but you didn't have to. I was actually looking forward to seeing how things are outside my office. Apologies, I'll make a note of that in the future. As you walk over to your desk, you notice a stack of papers that weren't there before. Then you sit down. There's a sticky note attached to said paperwork. Here are the forms required. I was hearing a squeaky noise. Anyways, here are the forms requiring your review and approval. I started you easy with 1,000 documents to read. Vandrake. P.S. My position about the Underworld as a beacon of judgment since the days of your father still stands. Vandrake. You turn your attention back to Nox. I'd say you take a seat, but I see you brought your own. Nox responds to your attempt at a joke by blinking with a blank expression, his blink unsynchronized with each eye. It's a joke, because you're floating. Never mind. Nox floats closer to the front of your desk and puts a webbed finger on his chin. Interesting, my lord. You're trying to use comedy to connect with me. Now, why would you make such a choice? Yeah, I don't know. It just felt natural. On a side note, what is natural for a demon in the nature of a demon similar to a demon lord? Nox, come back to me. We don't have time for all your questions today. Well, would you ask me then, my lord? I want to know what you do as a general of mental torture. The demons may rely a lot on our magic, than, say, demons' physical torture area. We craft mazes and traps that inflict the most amount of suffering upon souls. As you can imagine, it's very taxing on our psyche as well. Is there anything you can do to make your jobs easier? Don't mind us, my lord. We live to serve the ruler of the Underworld until death deems it necessary. I see. Tell you what. Would you be open to working with Fortis on an ad for the Underworld? He might need someone to help him run the recording. If that's what the Demon Lords command, it shall be done. Right. You have any ideas for the video? How about a video with general sounds of rain falling in the forest? Then we play subtle recording, almost like a whisper, repeating many terrible tortures we do down here. Then it'll be buried in their subconsciousness forever. I see why you're the general of mental torture. Alright, let's run with it. As you command, my lord, I will not fail. Okay, here's the thing. He's failing because he doesn't put the subtlety in the videos about the guy whose head's sticking out of the toilet. I don't know. It's what the kids are into these days, I guess. What are the kids in? Actually, I don't really care too much. Is there anything else you want to share? Well, if you're asking, why am I a frog? Why exactly am I a frog? You managed to answer some of Nox's question with some half-baked answers until he's satisfied and turns back to his post. Even before you became Demon Lord, speaking to Nox has always been a brain scatterer. Although you don't really know if you're even making sense, the frog keeps coming back to you to ask what you think. Satisfied with the meetings you've done, you end the trip by approving Mare's machine testing. Still, there's a nagging sensation that you forgot something, but you're not sure what. You decide to ignore the feeling and back to your tedious part of your work. It takes you the whole day just to make a dent in the massive pile, but progress is progress. The initial burst of energy you feel when you started tackling the paperwork dwindles away as the hours pass. The pile of unfinished work still casting a shadow overhead. Even one compliment report takes hours for you to get through. Complaint. Still, you soldier on. When you grab the 20th report from the pile, a strong vibration rumbles beneath your feet. Oh, it's one of the Demon Lords' butt plug. A pile of incomplete paperwork shakes, almost toppling over. What was that? The portal opens in front of the desk, and a fierce-looking Vandrake steps through. My lord! Oh, Vandrake, I'm doing my job, okay? You don't need to check up on me. How can you be so calm? What? What happened? Vandrake snaps his fingers, and the portal opens next to him. Amir is the first to step out of the portal. Amir? Amir looks at Vandrake, then to you with a dazed expression. Who's he? Vandrake smacks his forehead. It's our leader, Lord Kobu. Oh, right. Hello, Lord Kobu. Amir, what's going on? Well, I tried out this new machine I invented just now at the place where the demons do workouts. The physical torture zone. Yes, that. Then the machine just What's the words? Ah, I can't remember. Exploded! It exploded. Both Amara and the demons caught in the blast all have selective memory loss. It's a train wreck out there. There are a dozen demons with no clue about what they're supposed to be doing. Some even got convinced that they should be tortured while the souls use the machines. Amara blinks emptily at Vandrake, then back at you. Don't worry, the effects will wear off in a few hours. Or was it a few weeks? Years? I don't remember how long I set the machine to. Hopefully it was hours. He looks back at the fuming Vandrake. Have you always had that thrumming vein in your forehead, Vandrake? Vandrake ignores Amara. It's utter chaos, and what else do I hear when my men go down to deal with the problem? There's more? Your words struggle to escape your throat as the rising fear holds your linguistic skills hostage. Vandrake snaps his fingers again to summon a new portal. This time, Fortress knocks appear. Give me 1 second. Sometimes reading just makes, just something in my nose and throat and stuff. And reset my face. The large demon dog is covered in frog-shaped footprints, while Nox has a huge bruises all over his body. What happened to you two? It was a creative dispute on set, boss. He wanted to do his workout idea, but I told him you already approved my review video. No, he approved my idea first, so that takes priority. Quiet. These two are at each other's throat, literally. All the other staff were too busy watching their shenanigans to work. Some of the souls attempted to escape, and now I have demons running around trying to catch them before they make it to the gates. This is what I warned you about, my lord. Now, what are you going to do about this? Your mind draws a blank. The fear that you have single-handedly started the breakdown of the Underworld fills you with an immense amount of dread. Your eyes dart about, searching for someone or something to help you. Amir? He's still in a daze and appears unsure where he even is. What about Fortis and Nox? The two are too busy staring daggers at each other. You are alone in this, and you don't know what to do. Vandrake seems to sense this and shakes his head. That's all. All of you, back to your posts. Let our Lord contemplate the next step. Whatever projects you are given, they're cancelled indefinitely. The other generals nod and exit the portal to carry out their orders. Vandrake looks at you one more time, and you feel the scorn of his gaze fall upon you. Did you see what you did? How could you let that happen? Hey, lay off, okay? I didn't know any of this was going to turn out like this. It's your job to know. That's why I was against you trying to bring your juvenile ideas. Look what happened. Watch your tone, Vandrake. I am saying this for the good of the Underworld. If you're half the leader your father was, you'd heed my warning and stop before you make things worse. Get in line. It takes everything out of you. It takes everything out of you to not throttle Vandrake with your powers. No. You say softly in almost a whimper. I'm not going to give up just because of one setback. Well then, I'm not going to let the Underworld fall. Not even because of you, my lord. Squeezing the ports in your left hand, you feel your claws penetrating the already thick papers as they begin to bury through into the palm of your hand. Vandrake opens the portal and turns to leave. The moment the portal closes, you slam your fists on the table. Damn it! Damn it! The sadness and anger that has been boiling up inside you threatens to spill out in waves. You still tell yourself to keep it together. Keep together. I'm the Demon Lord. I'm the Demon Lord. I'm not. Damn it. You spend the rest of your time contemplating your mistakes. Whatever determination you have has left flickers like a dying matchstick. Still, you march on, hoping to prove Vandrick wrong. Thus begins your tumultuous relationship with your second in command. Meetings with Vandrick turn into more of a competition of who would press their thumb over the other more strongly. I say a longer lunch break would do everyone some good. No, 30 minutes has been the way for years. Return the workers into slobs. It reached the point where it seems like he just purposely disagrees with you if you ever try to do things outside of how your father ran the company. That's not to say your ideas were effective all the time. What's wrong with me approving the proposal for a new vending machine in the mental torture zone? Did you check the list of items they requested for the machine? One of them is hypnosis chocolate. That thing is going to make half the staff fall asleep. Oh, crap. Despite the efforts of the other generals to show you some compassion for your work, Vandrick's resistance somehow feels overwhelming. Eventually, it becomes harder and harder to try to do anything new. Going to work is more of a drain on your soul. And at some point, you begin to wonder, do you even want this job anymore? Before you know it, 5 years have passed. My lord, the sharp voice instantly recognizable as your second in command rings to the office like cymbals crashing against your ears. You raise a handheld console you were using before Vandrick was so rude to interrupt. Vandrick is fuming, his hands balled up tight and shaking with a building rage. My lord! Just go already, I'll be there. You wave him away. Vandrick lets out an angry scoff and floats towards the door, slamming it shut as he leaves. With peace and quiet having resumed, you place a handheld console upon the table and sit back. You glance over the table. Piles of paperwork have stacked up, all awaiting review and approval. In the far right corner is a photo frame of your father. Well, Pa, it's been 5 years. When is this job supposed to get easier? You frown at the photograph and slump over the desk with your head buried in your hands. This job has slowly been eating away at you every day, each and every day. You pull yourself up and open the portal. Better get there or Vandrick will blow a blood vessel. You make your way to the meeting room. The dry mood fills the meeting room, despite Vandrick's tapping away at the table in frustration. All eyes turn on you as you enter the room. Hey gang, let's get this meeting started. Okay, I'll just take attendance then. Someone kill me. Anmar, we know who's here. Can we just skip this? Never mind, Lord. We have to follow procedure. 7% of all successful meetings always start with a proper attendance call. Additionally, we cannot discount the psychological effect of an attendance call to a demon's attention. It releases. Alright, just get on with it. Okay, so I'm Mayor, General of Technologies and Weaponry, am here. Knox, General of Mental Torture. Here. Fortis, General of Physical Torture. Here. You plug your ears. Fortis, must you shout every time? The loudest and strongest at roll call. There's also the strength in silence. You call me stupid, or you tell me to shut up? No, really, which is it? pay attention, you two. Yes, let's just finish this. Vendrick, Chief of Security and Second in Command, present, as always. Last but not least, Lord Kobu, ruler of the Demon World and judge of all mortal souls. Here. On the inside, you roll your eyes as your body nods towards the multi-limbed general. Oh, he has hands behind his back as well, I see. Amira then proceeds to read the previous meeting's minutes. The minutes reading goes on for half an hour. More or less the decisions made last time. This list included adding more lava to the lava pit, so the souls attempting to cross them get burned easier. Amira requests for more tools for his workshop, and the rejection of Nox's request for torture massage chair. Every general is listening intently to what Amara is reading. And that's it. Does everyone accept the minutes? I do. I still want to revisit my massage chair proposal, but I accept. I accept, my lord. Wait, I accept, my lord? Yes, let's carry on. Onwards with today's agenda. First of all, we lost 24 new souls last Friday. Reports indicate a new physical torture demons were drunk on the job. This is a disgrace. Never in 1,000 years have we ever lost souls like that. The souls literally walked back to their bodies and came back alive. Well, they'll probably die soon after because the bodies, unless the body's like 100% reincarnate, then, there ain't much you can do about that if it's more than a couple of minutes. But then also, they're probably buried or burned, Relax, we'll get them next time. I made those out of shape half-wit squat until their legs turned into ashes. If Fortis had already dealt with the issue, why are we discussing this today? Amara's eyes dart between Nox and Fortis, as if to force them to speak. He then looks at you and smiles nervously. Well, my lord, the demons were interrogated. They said they believed it was okay to drink on the job because they saw... Amir taps his fingers on his notepad. They saw you. Vandrick is standing up and pointing accusingly at you. They saw you drinking at the bar when you were supposed to be working. A chill runs through the meeting room as the others in the room avert their gazes. Leaning back, you cross your arms defensively. Your shoulders rise up, making you look smaller. Well, I could have sworn I wore a disguise that time. The demons look at each other, then back to you. Boss, it's not that you can't go drinking, but it might be best to avoid doing so during work hours. You set an example, whether you realize it or not. There's no way anyone really cares. I saw one of my underlings wearing a colorful floral shirt and sandals while torturing us all. Good for comfort, but totally ineffective for mentally torturing a soul. I had to burn it and to set an example to the others, show them how to do their jobs. You mean you burnt the clothes or the demon? Both. The frog general yawns. He, too, appears to have lost interest in the meeting after saying his piece, but with Nox, it's always hard to tell. He's the type to keep his guard up no matter the company he's with. Boss, is something going on with you? Do you need more time to get used to the job? Or maybe it's performance anxiety? Yes. I have a machine ready to look into your brain and let you physically punch out the anxiety in no time. Can we please stop talking about my issues? Your issues are why we're in this predicament in the first place. You look eyes with your second in command. You know what? I've been listening to you. No, arguing with you since day one. You're always in my business, and I've had enough. Admir, note this down. Vandrake, I'm suspending your role as second in command until you learn to be less thorn in my side. That sounds like a really stupid move. A sudden outburst leaves everyone with their mouths hanging, especially Vandrake. Like, seriously, he's the guy that's, he maybe have a huge stick up his ass, like an entire tree, but he's keeping things in line, and you're suspending him! What are you doing? Vandrake stands up from his seat. He's protruding guts, pushing the table to the side slightly. You can't. You growl at the general and slowly stand up. His eyes narrow towards you. I implore you, my lord, to reconsider. Vandrake's hands are leaving dents on the table as he grips them for dear life. He decides to reiterate the same cool facade the demon is picking up. Same facade the demon is putting up. I'm sorry, Vandrake, but I just don't think your management style is in line with my vision for our company. Perhaps your techniques have fallen out of time. Vandrake snorts briefly. Funny, I've never heard the complaint from any other demon lords before. Perhaps our lord just hasn't reached the caliber befitting his title. How pitiful. His mouth and eyes contort into a wicked smile. A smile that makes you feel so small that you're still just running in the palm of Vandrake's hand. Anger surges through your veins until the blue flame above your head practically erupts into a tower of fire. Enough. Sit. You swing your hand in front of you and unleash pressure. Or pressure, Capel? A wall of invisible energy pushes down Vandrake's shoulder on Vandrake's shoulder. The force is too much for Vandrake to withstand, and he falls like a sinking rock. The vibration of his fall topples Vandrake's chair, and it hits the general right on his head. Gah! Fortis covers his mouth to stifle laughter, while Amir's extra hands pull out a camera to snap a photo of what happened. Vandrake silently picks himself up and sits down without looking at anyone. Assuming the matter has been resolved, you take your seat as well. Can we just move on to the next agenda? Those in the room check their agenda sheets. Right, then next on the agenda is regarding sin ratings. The team in R&D want feedback on the new sin they discovered, replying to long messages online with a single word response. Fine. With that, the rest of the meeting goes on, although you struggle to contribute much to the discussion. Your mind is adrift, and you'd rather be anywhere else but here. Still, you force yourself to remain somewhat aware until the end of the meeting. And that's everything for today's meeting. We'll meet again next week. Same day, same time, as per the schedule. Until then, all hail the Hypnotoad. Nux is the first to leave, and just before Vandrake goes, you both exchange dirty looks at one another. Once Vandrake is gone, you quickly open the portal and take your leave. There's somewhere you need to be. Where is he? Vandrake paces around, circling around the Demon Lord's desk. The very desk he's always been at the foot of, diligently serving his master's plans. Though usually calm and composed, the general is irritated to the nth degree after what happened in the meeting. How dare he strip me of my rank? Me, the first demon general, after many lifetimes of service. That insolent brat. Vandrake slams at the desk with a hard fist. Vibration causes the pile of documents and the photograph on the desk to fall. He grabs the frame and looks at the picture of the previous demon lord, eyes longing for the command of a superior leader. my lord. You always... No, wait. You'll always be our true leader. The fates were cruel to take you away and to leave us with... Forgive me. I tried to teach young Kobu, but he has cast me aside. Until now, every Demon Lord he served had given Vandrake a sense of pride. He felt like he was the right-hand man of the greatest and most powerful being in all creation. Oh, but how people can change. His stomach burns at the mere thought of taking orders from someone who is only Demon Lord by title and nothing else. His fingers creak as he considers all the lost potential in the Underworld. Everything that Vandrake worked to protect is crumbling away in the hands of this pathetic excuse of a Demon Lord. If I were the Demon Lord, I'd run this place differently. No more nonsense that will jeopardize everything we've built. Demons are meant to torture souls, and that's what they'll do, processing souls day in and out. Then the glory of the Underworld will be known to all, and the mortals will learn to fear us demons again, instead of, drawing hentai of humans and demons fucking, which is kind of weird. If only I had the chance. Vandrake's monologue is interrupted by the sound of the office door opening slightly. Who's there? Vandrake opens his coat to reveal the monster mouth and stomach. His second mouth begins to emanate an orange glow, already ready to spew forth molten fire. So wait, was his coat not always open? Although there's nothing there, he's aware of a presence with him in the room. A presence that wants to speak to him. Whispers around him in all directions. I see. So it's you. I've only heard stories, but your presence here is an honor. He returns to a neutral stance and stands in contemplation while looking at his desk. At the desk. The room fills with a cold atmosphere. Vandrake, a stoic pillar in the lifeless space. His eyes widen and become milky gray. He continues to speak, although no one is there. Yes, of course it can deliver. Help me be the Demon Lord, and I promise you won't regret it. The cool atmosphere is gone, in a thumping heartbeat. Vandrake's eyes return normal as he looks around, somewhat perplexed. His memory of the past minute is a bit foggy, but he feels a strange confidence in himself. Confidence and a sudden stroke of brilliance. He leans into the seat and staples his fingers together. A wide smile grows across his face, which also reaches the gaping mouth in his stomach. Yes, this will do nicely. I think that's a good time to call it because we're at the 58-minute mark and the brilliant thickens. Like my willy. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this quick look. It seems interesting. Where would we put this one on the list? Let's see. Ranking visual novels. Would I want to put that one up there? Oh, where would I put this? Maybe between chord progressions and Temptations Ballad. I'm not sure. It's kind of funny thinking about this list because, at one point I put, where was that? No, it's the one with the big amount of numbers. I put Soul Creek at one point when I was starting this list at the bottom because it was just I don't know, it just seems generic. But then I saw that Husky's face and I'm like, no, it's number, let's say it's number 5 of this long list. But, yeah. What do you think, Hypnotoad? He says this game should be in first place. I kind of wonder. Where's... Wait, before he departs... Hold on a second. Wasn't that the one that I was going to do a side play of? Oh yeah, then why is that on the list? We don't need it there. Because we're going to do it at some point. We'll finish it. It's like... It's 90 minutes and I've already done 60 minutes or something. Maybe. Yeah, we'll just put it somewhere on the list. Let's switch that one over there. I don't know. Let's put it here. What was this game called? Where the demons lurk. And how many points does it have already? None. Oh yeah, I guess I picked this one because it just kind of looked cool. Or maybe it was because it was connected to another game that I kind of liked. Scroll down the lista. No. Wasn't it like Heart of Amethyst that also did this one? No, that's Home Somewhere Else and Wayfinder. We still have to do Wayfinder, though. Well, this game, I think, is connected to something. Or maybe I was just like, oh, that picture of the guy sitting in the chair looks kind of cool, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this quick look. So, if you want me to do this game as a Let's Play, at least sooner rather than later, then tell me. And I'll put it up higher on the list of my own personal things I would want to do first in list. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to Patreon, where it's $38 a month. And is there anything else? Are these okay? Oh, I see. So I guess this is the picture of them, because we're gonna go into the, I was gonna say human world, but living world. I guess this is demon form. That's his regular form, or I mean, Earth form. I know. We will have to see. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, comment, guys. I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks. Otherwise, I mean, we haven't had any choices, but still, give me a tip. Ooh, ooh. If you like me YouTube and would like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. And please remember to ban your animals to help control the population. Because that's important. I hope somebody says, yep, I took my doggy's balls so they can no longer have puppies, which might, go into a, shelter or something like that. Because, don't want to have to worry about that. And until next time, another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix of... Oh yeah, I guess we do random number generator time. Let's see. Oh yeah, somebody asked something. I'll put that number at the end mentally. Random number generator. Oh no, he did add that. I think it's Changeling Tail, which I think is actually straight for once. Otter's Tail and Wayfinder. So that's 30? There's anything in that one? No, I guess not. Go. So Wayfinder's next. Okay, the same people that did Heart of Amethyst. And until... Sorry, hiccups. Next time, another quick look. Me, GamerWolfSix, some of the game. So thanks and see ya.